Ever since I decided that I was going to celebrate my birthday after 11 years, different types of emotions have been coming up, and I'm really like excited about it, and I'm grateful about it. Um, Today I'm going to get blood work done. And I'm going to get blood work done because I really want to be wealthy. And I mean wealthy in all aspects of my life. Like, I've been going to the gym, going to the yoga, hot yoga and stuff like that. But I really believe now, I've been vegan for like 10 years, and I really believe that you have to get to the bottom of everything, dealing with trauma, dealing with just how you live your life, you just got to get to the bottom of it. And what's so crazy about it, I am surrounded by people who are nutritionists. I am surrounded by people who are all on health journeys. And the one thing that they all have said was, get your blood work done. Because by you getting your blood work done, you are able to get to the point of starting from where you're at. And instead of just grabbing and doing and being or whatever, you have the information. It's black and white. You can't argue with facts. And I really want to be the best that I could possibly be, mentally, financially, and physically. And so this is going to be a lot for me, because I have what's the word I'm looking for? I have a phobia about needles. And the reason why I have a phobia about needles is because when I was younger, I was in the hospital for long extensions of time. I had gotten hit by a car. I was in a body cast for a whole year. And anything dealing with doctors or needles or whatever the case may be, it's just a trigger for me. When we had to get our COVID test done, I was in there crying like a crazy person. The nurse was like, you don't have to do this. My niece at the time was like, I think she was like, she might have been like 5. And even she was looking at me like, girl, you need to get it together. So I am sucking it up, and I'm going to get my blood work done because I really want to know how healthy I am, things I need to improve on, things I need to take away from, and just make sure that everything is on the up and up, because this time is personal. I am no longer wanting to dwell in stopping my life for 11 years. I feel like it has been a blockage for me. I feel like it is something that I really want to conquer, because life is worth living. And when you are surrounded by people who are really supporting you, and people who are really just giving a damn, you just can't be sitting on the sidelines. And I don't want to sit on the sidelines anymore. And I know that I've sit on the sidelines about a lot of different things. And, I use excuse. It's not an excuse, but I use the lived experience of being without my mom, going through all these different things. I'm an only child. And, by me being a realist, it's like, I don't need, this stuff smells so good. I got this, just a little 1, 2, just to, but I'm going to go and get my signature perfume. I haven't did that in a while anyway. But I just, I'm a realist. I understand why I do certain things. I understand why I don't do certain things. And I want to nip this feeling in the bud, because I just want to feel alive. I want to feel like, yeah, you got your shit together, you're this, you're that. And I'm wanting to date again, and I'm wanting just to do the things you're supposed to be doing when you fly and turned. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm a little nervous, because just thinking about it is making tears come to my eyes. But I'm going to get it done because it's important and it's vital for me to get wealthy. So we're going to get ready to go. And the place that we're testing at is Quest, and it's around the corner from my house, believe it or not. And I have been thinking about, am I ashy? I am ashy, child. Let me give me some lotion. Hold on. So, and I'm using EOS, Evolution of Smooth. And I really believe that you can't make a true change until you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I've been holding it together with Band-Aids, and I'm just ripping the Band-Aids off. I'm tired of playing, and I'm tired of faking the funk. You know what I'm saying? Because faking the funk is exhausting. And not faking the funk as in, oh, you fake, but just pretending like it's cool in the game when you know damn well it ain't cool in the game. You know you lost a vital person in your life. How people mourn is so different. And this series is not about every time I'm talking about something, it's about, oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. This series is going to be about starting better. Like, starting better means that it's not necessarily a do-over because you're not starting from scratch, but it's a way of, I guess, resetting and changing your mind with the ideas or the information that you have now. You know what I'm saying? Because the information that I had back then is not the same information that I have now. You know, just the way that, you operate, or the people that you like and the people that you don't like, and all these different things, being, being comparative to your life comparing to someone else's life, or whatever the case may be. Starting better means that you're like, look, I know that where I was yesterday is not where I want to be tomorrow, and I'm doing the steps right now to get it together. So we're about to go and get this blood test done, and then I don't know what the day is going to bring on that. I have to be to work later, but yeah, we're gonna go get this blood test done. I might go get a pedicure because I haven't did that in a long time. But yeah, right now we're on the road to getting wealthy. I'm here and I'm about to pass out. I can't believe it because, first of all, I'm gonna have to tell her. I'm gonna have to let her know that, okay, Miss Mamas, I have a phobia about needles, and if I start crying, it's just my anxiety acting up. But I feel like I'm gonna be fine because I don't have the same kind of, I guess, thought process of it, because I am talking myself down from it, because when I say that I'm like 2 minutes from walking up out of here, I'm not even joking. But yeah, it should be quick because all they're doing is drawing blood, and I hope she knows how to draw blood, because a lot of times the nurses, they'll keep poking you and carrying on, and I'm just not here for it. I'm just not here for it. But yeah. So that's where we're at. It seems pretty clean. Everyone seems pretty chill. I'm here early, so yeah. But I know I ain't walking back. It wasn't that far. They were like a 20-minute walk. It feels like it was a 20-minute, but it wasn't. I think it was the heat. But yeah, so I'm going to get this blood work done. It's going to tell me my iron levels. It's going to tell me my hormone levels. It's going to tell me a whole lot of different things. And then that's when the real work begins, because I really want to start on a clean slate. as far as getting healthier. I'm not going to stop being a vegan. I'm just going to be able to find out different things. But I don't even feel a ways, to be honest. I don't feel weak. I haven't lost any sleep or anything like that. But a lot of my friends have been like, yo, get your blood work done. Because I also, like, in the front of my head, I've been, wearing weaves and braids and all those different things. And my friend was telling me that is something, by getting blood work, it can also let me know if my iron levels are low, because iron also affects hair growth. And my hair grows, but my edges aren't as thick as they used to be. Good morning. So that's where I'm at. I'm also on a hair journey, because that's why I'm out here looking like I just ran. But I'm getting my hair braided next week, because this natural stuff is not that. But I got some hair that is hyperallergenic, because they've been recalling a lot of the hair that we get in the beauty supply store, because they lace it with chemicals and dyes and all those different things. And I don't play about that. So I found a black-owned space that sells hyperallergenic hair. So I'm going to go ahead and get my hair braided, because I want it for Philly. And, I've been taking my hair vitamins and taking this, and I've noticed, a substantial improvement to my hair. So that is what I'm going to end up doing probably next week, to get my hair braided. And I'm getting them done in like this red color, auburn looking color. And I've never had colored braids before, but I'm ready to be back in the space of not giving second thoughts to different things that I want, and not being so I won't say impressionable, because I've never been someone who was impressionable. I've just always been someone who really walked to the beat of my own drum. But I have noticed that I have been lacking in that space for a minute, and that's what this journey is about, starting better with the information that I got. And yeah, it's gonna be lit this year. It really truly is. So they wouldn't let me film in there, but I had her cackling, because I said, ma'am, what you see before you is someone who has anxiety about needles. And if I slide onto this floor or start crying, it's just because of that. Mind you, I have 6 tattoos. She was like, girl, if you don't find something else to do with your shenanigans, and you sat for 6 tattoos, there's always a method to the madness. There's always a method to the madness. And I said I wasn't going to walk back home, but I feel like I conquered one of my fears. I feel like I did. So now I'm about to head on to the house. That was quick. And yeah, I'm proud of myself. I really am. I really, truly am. Because I've let 11 years go by, and I stopped getting dressed. I gained weight. I just worked, and I didn't enjoy nothing. I've been living in New York for 11 years. And my friend, one of my girlfriends, was like, girl, you haven't even really did New York like that. And every time she says it, all I can do is agree, because I've been a walking zombie for 11 years. A walking zombie. But it's okay, because let me see what this Ideal got up in here. Let me see if they got the specials. If they do, this might be one of my spots. So that's like the first Ideal that I've gone to, and they didn't have no kind of vegan stuff, no vegan cheese. They had Khalifa, but they didn't have the Khalifa 4 or 3. Like, I'm gagging. But, They put grocery stores up for whatever neighborhood you in. So, but I'm grateful for where I live at, which isn't too far, but no vegan stuff. Not even a little bit. Child, they said we don't do vegans over here. Not on this block. But it's all good. It's all good. So now I said I'm gonna go get me a pedicure. I haven't did a pedicure in so long. And I know that a lot of the things that I'm starting to redo over or starting to learn again may seem kind of crazy to people. But when you tap out, and I won't say that it was a depression because I don't like using words like depression, but when you tap out and you just show up for the bare minimum, you stop doing all the stuff that you used to be doing. You stop doing all that. You really truly do. You don't be out there mingling and giggling and jiggling. You go to work, you come home, you might have a little bit of socialization, but that doesn't be a priority for you. And I've missed out on just, when you're in that space, you're also not aware of how people treat you. You know what I'm saying? And you're not aware of it because you're thinking about your own stuff. You ain't thinking about how Sally and them be getting down and slick stuff that they be talking about and carrying on. You know what I'm saying? You don't be doing all that. You just really don't. So I'm just, slowly but surely getting back into the ease of the business of Angela Yvonne, So I'm about to finish up this walk. I'm about to go get my feet done, and I'm taking it to the house. Because I need a rest before I go to work, child. So I decided to get a pedicure because I needed to. I've been on my feet consecutively for 11 years. And I have not been getting them done like they're supposed to be getting done. And I really, really needed it. I hope the water doesn't jump out because people are horrible. High cholesterol. I can see that because I do be eating a lot of bread and carrying on. Low iron. I can see that. I just recently started taking my supplement. Okay, we got it. This is good information, but the next 3 months is going to be no games. No games. Good morning. Great day. So it's the next morning. I went and got my blood work done. Child. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying that, I'll stand until I can't even stand no more, that I am a realist and I do understand that the results are what they are because I know I haven't been 100% on my shit. But girl, I was up this morning because it says it takes 2 days in order for you to get your results. I got my results back in. I was gagged. It said I have low iron, high cholesterol. I called my friend Jenny, who is a nutritionist. She was the one who talked me into getting the blood work done. When I say you don't have to tell me, but once, we about to wrap this up. All of this. No more bread. No more. If it ain't Whole Foods, I'm not checking for it. And not that I don't eat Whole Foods, but I am a comfort eater. I eat bread at least, I want to say I eat bread at least 3 to 5 times a week. Because I'm always grabbing for something quick. You know I love me a good sandwich. No more. No more. I don't even want to see it. I don't want to see the bread. I have to get more in iron-rich foods. And I knew that because think about me. My inner voice always tells me what time it is. Whether I act on it, that's a different story. But my inner voice always be like, I could just be walking down the street and it'll be like, I want some vegetables. So I'll go get some vegetables. But I don't make vegetables a priority. Like I eat vegetables, but I don't make vegetables a priority. And that stops today. One thing about me, you can talk to me all day long, but the facts is the facts. If it's in black and white, please. My mouth dropped open this morning. Like, I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? But it's okay. It is okay. When I finish this, we going to the grocery store and we about to lock and load. I'm not about to be around here about to pass out over iron. And let me tell you this, being a vegan, you should take your supplements, or you should incorporate foods that are going to give you your vitamins. That is not my strong point. Like over the last couple of weeks, and this is no excuse, I fell off from my meal prepping. I started just eating every day at work, and that stops today. I'm very solution oriented. Like I don't like a bunch of mess. And I don't like a bunch of, girl, what you trying to do? No. Like it was a wake-up call. Like my mouth literally was like, high cholesterol. But I've always suffered from low iron. Always suffered from that. Well, I won't say always, but I think that when I started being vegan 10 years ago, it really went that day. But I wasn't feeling tired. I don't feel tired. But I just recently started taking iron supplements because I was just like, my hair and, around the edges, it was thinning. And that was one of the reasons why I decided to do the blood work, because I was like, my hair is thinning, it's growing up here, but so when your hair is thinning and things are happening like that, it means there's a deficiency somewhere. So my friends were like, oh, you need to get your blood work checked. Got the blood work. Girl. But it's okay, because this is an easy fix. This is not something that is like, oh my God, I'm knocking on heaven's door. But now that I have the information, it's a wrap. These next, the rest of my life, these next 90 days, I'm not playing with y'all. You ain't gonna catch me out here. No. But yeah, so I'm gonna get this together. Me and Jenny are going to talk later on and devise a plan. But next time you see me, we gonna be at the grocery store, because That's not part of my ministry, not to be that. Well, it's not part of my ministry anymore because we are starting better. We're not starting over, we are starting better. Don't mind my shirt in around. I've been up early, you know, just thinking about it because I was like, oh my God. Oh God. But I knew it. That's what I told Jenny. I was like, I knew. I didn't know it, but I knew it because one, when I comfort eat, I like a good sandwich. I like eating. Like I'll do snacky stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then once I'm one of those people that I have to have structure. If I'm left without structure, I'm left to my own devices. And when I'm left to my own devices, nothing is intentional. Everything is just convenience or whatever the case may be. But no more. No more. No. No. High cholesterol? Low iron? Baby, I'm gagging. But that's the results because I don't really take supplements like I should. I don't prioritize my vegetables as I should. I eat vegetables every day, but I don't prioritize. I don't eat with intentionality as much as I should. So now that's the starting point. Eating with intentionality and purpose. Not playing these games like, oh, I'm too tired or whatever the case may be. Get it done. Get it done. Make sure you have the tools for success. That's why they say you need to have a routine. That is why they say you need to have something that you do on a day-to-day basis that supports you being successful. And your health is your only currency. And if you are not making that a priority, you will have high cholesterol and low iron. But it's okay, because we starting better. So next time you see me, we going to the grocery store.